Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Chris Kunz at the Rich Casno Real Estate Group. On today's episode of Real Estate Simplified, I'm going to go over accessory dwelling units, otherwise known as ADUs, and what you need to know both as a buyer and a seller about having one of these on a property. So first of all, an ADU is sometimes also referred to as a granny flat, in-law quarters, guest quarters, any number of those things, but it's a permanent living space that can be either attached or detached from the property that provides a full bathroom, some sort of kitchenette space, and a place to sleep. And really, it's awesome to have on a property to give guests or other family members or anybody that's staying in that space kind of their own private space. So it adds a lot of utility to people that are coming to visit you, and ultimately it also adds value to the home over time. So what kind of value do these ADUs add to a property? Well, there's a lot of factors that kind of determine the value that it adds, but ultimately you can kind of use these as gauges. One is how much potential rental income could you get for the space? Now, when we're looking at value as it pertains to these ADUs, this is one of the best ways to quantify that, because essentially what you can do is you can reverse engineer from that rent rate to associate a level of value with the property. If you'd like to find out how to calculate that kind of stuff, let me know, and I can either point you in the right direction or help you kind of calculate those numbers. Second thing would be, how large is the space? In Sacramento County, you can have up to 1,200 square feet potentially of accessory dwelling space, and you can actually have 2 ADUs on a property that total 1,200 square feet. So when you're looking at doing this, kind of weigh the options and make sure you know what's best for you, because the other thing is in order to rent out this space, you need to have legitimate approved zoning and permits from the county that allow you to use that as income producing property. Otherwise, the utility for those kinds of spaces would be for guests or anybody that's staying at the property, or if you're using it for a home office or something like that. But you need to make sure that if you're renting this space out, you need to make sure that the county has approved it and has legitimized that space, and actually, in all likelihood, installed meters for those spaces, gas and electric, and potentially even water meters as well. So coming back to what the value is for these kinds of properties, it depends on the size, it depends on the neighborhood, and it depends on the rent rate. It also depends on how that ADU is situated on the property, whether or not it provides legitimate, what people will call maybe backyard space for these units, where they can have that ultimate level of privacy. Because ultimately, if you're going to rent this unit out, any tenant that's staying there is going to want to have some sort of privacy afforded to them on the property. So if you have any other questions about ADUs and how they impact both buyers and sellers, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a DM, and let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys tuning into this week's video. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see everybody soon. Stay safe out there.